Good morning, guys. I just stood on something. It's not difficult because this is my lounge. You probably can't appreciate the full extent of the Princess Castle. So yeah, morning, guys. Welcome back to the Sullivan family. It's Wednesday. I don't really know what's going on today. It's already 10 o'clock and I don't really even know. I haven't actually done anything apart from, you know, getting them to school and the washing and some more washing, putting the castle back together, feeding the baby, all of those things, but not actually anything. Oh, I'm building a train set. So this castle, if you can see it, which is currently filled with teddy bears, cushions and anything else going. Agnes got it for her birthday. I thought it was a really good idea to buy it. It took me ages to build it yesterday because it's got all individual poles and you have to build it inside the frame because all the poles go through the frame. I thought it was just an easy pop-up thing. No, not easy at all. It is good because it's really big and like you can fit about 5 or 6 of them in there. So in the garden in the summer it'll be 8. The only problem is once you've built it, you don't want to have to take it apart again. So last night we had to and it takes up the whole room pretty much. It's just, excuse the state of the lounge, it's just pretty much trashed. It was tidy and then the kids got up, so it's not anymore. So yeah, we had to take some of the poles out, undo some of the poles last night just to get it out of the room, put it in the dining room, and then I had to get it back in again this morning because I didn't want to have to spend another hour building it today. So I expect we'll have it up for a few days and then they'll get bored and then I'll put it back in its bag. And hopefully then we'll have it out in the garden. But it's got a built-in floor bit, so I think it'll be really good in the garden in the summer. So anyway, yeah, my lounge is a mess. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing today, but I thought I'd just do a video anyway. I can hear the baby crying in the other room. Olivia's in there, she's not in there on her own. So yesterday we did manage to get out to the park in between the rain showers. It's meant to be summer, it keeps raining all the time. We've got 3 days, including today, left of term. So 2 days after today. Can't wait for them to finish school. Olivia's not been feeling great. Her head's been really bad again. She's got doctors. I managed to get her a cancellation for a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So that's good. Actually, what happened, so I've been trying to get a doctor's appointment. I phoned up on Monday morning, which is a terrible time to phone because everyone's phoning on Monday morning, so I didn't get through. I phoned up Monday afternoon. I was on hold for ages, like number 3 in the queue for about 20 minutes. I was trying to cook tea at the same time, so by the time I was still like number 3 in the queue and the dinner was ready, so I had to bin it off. Yesterday morning I phoned again. I was on hold for about 20 minutes. I finally got to number 1 in the queue and they cut me off. They said, due to the high volume of calls, you'll have to call back later. I was number 1 in the queue. I've been on the phone for like 20 minutes. I'm number 1 in the queue and they bin me off. I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. So we walked down to the doctor's to get an appointment because I just thought I'm never going to get through. Anytime I phone, you know, I haven't got like 20 minutes every 2 hours to sit on the phone trying to get through to the doctors. So we walked down there instead via the park. I had prescriptions put in for Florence anyway for a Gaviscon, so we walked down to the doctors and originally she said there's a routine appointment for 5 weeks and I thought, oh my god. But then she said there's a cancellation on Thursday morning, so I was like, take it, I'll have it. So she's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to get somewhere further because they all had her and Elizabeth had their eyes tested on last Friday. Vision's absolutely fine. So that was another thing we had to tick off the box. So vision's fine. So we'll see. We'll see. Last time we spoke to the nurse, they said, you know, if her vision's fine and she's still getting them, needs a bit more investigating. So that's what I'm hoping, that we'll get a little bit more investigation because she's just missed so much school because she just can't focus because these headaches just get so bad. So yeah, I think a little bit more investigation needs doing, but you know, there's such a long wait for everything at the moment. So you kind of got to grab the appointments you can. I was really pleased that there was one for Thursday morning, because I don't want to wait for, I want her to be able to go back to school in August and just go back to school and not have to keep coming home all the time because her head is so bad. So yeah, anyway. I'm a bit all over the place today, actually. I've got so many little niff-naff things to do, and I don't really know what the weather's like, and I'm waiting for the kids to finish school, obviously. Everyone's kind of just up in the air. I'm just waiting for the holidays, really, to be honest, and hoping that we get some good weather. So anyway, Olivia's playing Monopoly with Agnes and Joseph at the moment, and the baby's watching, so I'm going to take the opportunity to do some stuff on the computer for 5 minutes. So I will catch you again later. Back. Just been sorting out some more washing. I've got so much washing, it's ridiculous. I've always got so much washing, but yeah, it's just ridiculous. I've just been putting some more out to dry. But I've managed to not use my tumble dryer for 2 days now. But I'm going to have to use it today. We all know how much I hate spending money on my tumble dryer. But anyway, it's got to be done today because I've got too much to dry. And it's very wet outside. And it's not all that warm. To excuse the noise, it's the jets flying off. So yeah, I've been booking I had to do some stuff on the computer. So I've ordered some bits. I've ordered Florence a dummy string, but one of the ones with the silicone like teether beads on, because she's constantly grabbing at stuff and she wants to put things in her mouth all the time. I think she's too young for teething, but you never know. But she's constantly wanting to put things in her mouth, and she's worked out how to coordinate both of her hands to pick things up, which is really smart for how tiny she is. So I've bought her one of those, and plus because we keep losing her dummies all the time. And she's got about 4, and there's one there actually. They're constantly in and out of the steriliser. So yeah, I've ordered one of them, but I've also ordered a teether necklace for me. So they're the same sort of thing with the silicone beads on them, because she loves holding on to my necklace. She does it with the girls as well with their hoodie strings, and Isabel's got a really nice Pandora necklace, and she likes to hold on to them. She's done it ever since she was teeny tiny. She'll hold on to whatever you've got around your neck. So I've bought one of these teether necklaces in kind of the hope that she'll hold on to that, and instead of this one. Although she probably won't, but it might help her as well with putting things in her mouth, because if I'm holding her or I'm cuddling her or whatever, she can put, it's safe for her to put in her mouth, and it's safe for her to pull. So I've bought her one of them this morning. To do some stuff with the bank and some other bits and pieces this morning. And I've also been looking at booking days out, because we're still at the stage where we've got to book things up here. I don't know what it's like for the rest of the country, but we still have to book things up here. Now we're really not in a position yet where we can kind of go on a proper holiday. But we have now got 2 cars, so we can go further afield. So we're kind of better off than we were last year, and obviously the year before was COVID. Last year we couldn't go very far because we didn't have the vehicles, but like I said, we're not really in a position to be able to sort of jet off on holiday anywhere just yet. But what we like to do instead is the money we save up for summer, we'll spend a little bit on getting stuff in the garden, because obviously we spend quite a lot of time in the garden at home. Fingers crossed it's not going to rain for the entire summer. I'm just hoping to God that it doesn't rain for the entire summer so we can get out in the garden. So we do spend a lot of the summer doing lots of free things. So the beach, the woods, walks, any of those sorts of places. We'll do lots of things like that, especially when I'm on my own and Ben is at work. But now we have the vehicles to be able to get places. The 2 weeks, Ben's booked 2 weeks off. So one sort of the beginning end of the summer holidays, and one at the end of the summer holidays, which is my birthday week. Not that I'm going to have the whole week for my birthday, but it's just the week that my birthday falls. We're going to go some places. So it's like I said, instead of sort of doing the holiday thing, we try and take the kids out for days out instead. And as nice as it is, and as lucky as we are to live near the beach and everything else, and you know, it's perfect, we can do all those sorts of things, it will be really nice for them to be able to go a little bit further afield to some of the places that they really love this year as well. So one of the places, I'm trying to find a light that is not like right in my face or gives me shadows. One of the places that they really love to go to is Landmark. We used to have, so pre-COVID, we used to have a yearly pass. So we used to get a yearly pass, so we could go as many times as we wanted in the summer. But obviously prices have gone up of everything and situations have changed and blah, blah, blah. So this year we're just going to go the one time. So we've booked that for one of the days. So they're really excited about that. We've also booked to go to the Highland Wildlife Park, which is a place that Eva absolutely adores. I mean, we all love it. It's really great. It's a brilliant day out. These are all sort of 𝙵𝚘𝙵𝙵 away, so they're sort of an hour and a half away from us. But Eva just absolutely adores it there, and Agnes wants to see the baby tiger, so that'll be a really good day out as well. We've also got a Friends and Families Day on camp, which will be one of the days out, and we're also going to book, so the second week that Ben is off, we're going to go out for a meal for my birthday, and we are going to book 𝚂𝚄𝙻𝙻𝙵𝙺, which is sort of Aberdeen way, which is like a it's got fair rides and things like that. There's an amusement park, that's the word I'm looking for. So those will be sort of the 3 big days out that we do. There'll be the sort of the big ones that cost the most. But like I said, it's kind of instead of going off, staying anywhere or anything like that. So we try and go out for days. There's lots of things that we're going to be doing as well. Hopefully, obviously there's a few bits and pieces we need to do around the house as well. So that's the only problem when Ben has leave, is as much as we want to go off and enjoy days out, we also have to think about the things that we need to get done at home. Like he's got units and stuff that he needs to build, and when he's at work he doesn't get time. So we're kind of going to have some days at home and some days going out, and then the rest of the summer when he's at work and we're at home, we'll either be in the garden if it's sunny, or out for walks. I mean, we'll probably try and get, even if we're spending time in the garden, we'll probably try and get out for a walk at least every day anyway, just all of us together, because it gives everyone a bit of a leg stretch, a bit of time out of the house. So yeah, it's looking like we've got some good things to do, so everybody's quite excited. And say hi.
Hi.
Agnes has got some very pretty suit on today, haven't you? You stand back a bit so people can see it. Just in the backdrop of my washing pile. It's so beautiful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get some new clothes out for Agnes soon, because she's growing out of her 4 to 5 stuff, aren't you? It's getting a little bit small. So we're getting some new stuff out soon. Olivia did your hair last night after the bath as well, didn't she? Can you head around? Olivia's very good at doing your hair, isn't she?
Yeah, and then any little one's hair.
And little one's hair, that's right.
But not JoJo's hair.
Are you looking forward to having everybody home for the summer? Yeah? You are, aren't you? Agnes gets a little bit lost with everyone at school, don't you? So she's looking forward to having everybody home. And as normal, the first week will probably be spent with everyone kind of getting on each other's nerves, because this is normally what happens. Everybody has to get used to being all together in the house again. And then by the second week, it's bliss. Everyone's got used to each other again. Everyone's found their friends again, you know, who's hanging out with who's doing what. So the first week is always a little bit tense. Just while everybody winds down, really, because everyone's still kind of in school mode and busy mode. So it gives everybody a week to sort of calm down and get into relax mode. It's the same for adults though, isn't it? When you have to sort of wind down. Are you all right? So by the second week of the holidays, everybody will be relaxed and ready to go places and do things, and it'll be great. I can't wait for school to finish. And then of course in August when they go back, which I'm trying not to think about, she'll be starting P1, which she's very excited about, but I'm not. I'm going to lose my baby. she's very excited, but I don't want the holidays to go very fast. I want them to go slow, so we can just enjoy it all, don't we?
Yes.
My pretty girl. Right, I think we ought to go make some lunch, don't you? We've come to the park. I've done lunch. I've done some tumble drying. I've done some other bits. Joseph and Agnes have filled the Princess Castle with every toy that they can find.
Look at me, Mummy.
I can see. So it stopped raining finally. So we've come to the park for some fresh air, to get out of the house for
Hey, Mummy.
half an hour.
It always rains on a day.
It's rubbish, isn't it? Rubbish.
So we're just on the park.
Yeah, what are we doing?
The forest.
It's still a little bit wet, but it's all
The
right.
forest. Yeah, wet. The forest.
Boo! Florence is a bit grumpy. Tried giving her a bottle. She didn't want one. She's just a bit grumpy today. I think she woke up halfway through a nap. Oh no, I've just sat in a wet patch. I just sat on the wet bench. She woke up halfway through a nap and it's really grumpy now. It's really bright, but it's not sunny, it's just bright. Yeah, so we just thought we'd get out of the house for half an hour. So I can't remember when I last did our last update, but we obviously had it was last week. It was Lizzie's prom. So Lizzie had her prom on Thursday. So they had a great time at that. It was really nice. I think they've got some professional photos coming this week as well, so we should be able to get some of those. Then we had the weekend. Yeah? Help you get on that? Yeah, it was the weekend, which was really, really windy. We went to Stuffer's Castle, but it was nice getting out for some fresh air. If you go from the weather last Thursday when they had their prom, which was absolutely beautiful, to now I've got to push them around, to the weather on Sunday, which was really windy, to the weather now, which is just raining. It's just random. I just wish it would be nice and sunny. So yeah, Lizzie then went away on Monday. She's gone away with some friends on holiday for a few days, so that's a bit weird. It's the first time that she's been away on her own with friends. They haven't gone abroad or anything. They've gone not too far, but they've got like a lodge for the four of them, her and three friends. But they've been really looking forward to it. So, and she's FaceTimed us and messaged us and everything. They've been out for days out and stuff. Sounds like she's having a really good time. She's due back tomorrow, so I'm sure she, as much as she's loved being away, she'll love being back in her home comfort. She likes her home comforts, but it's nice that she's got away. I'm getting dizzy. I'm really dizzy now.
Wait, Mommy, just
I bounce. I'm really dizzy. So yeah, that's nice that she's been away. Are you okay?
Yes.
Having a nice time at the park?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Look at my hair going on.
Hair's beautiful.
Look at my hair.
Your hair needs a cut.
No.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't let me cut it, will you?
No.
We're going to go get them from school in a sec.
Yes. So we get your shadow. Yeah.
Florence has gone to sleep now. I think when she gets woken up she wakes herself up, but she wakes up halfway through a nap. She's really grumpy.
No.
Yesterday she doesn't nap very much in the daytime, and yesterday she actually had a 2-hour nap.
Erin talks every single night.
Yeah, Erin does talk every single night. She actually had a 2-hour nap yesterday. We went out for a walk because we had to walk to the doctor's and to the park, and then we got back home and she was still asleep in the pram, which she normally wakes up after not very long, and she slept to the point where it was about 4:15, and I thought I'd better wake her up because she's never slept that long in the daytime.
And Mummy,
but she was fine,
Mommy,
just having a nap.
And Mummy,
I think we're going to go and get them from school. I'm back. School run was done. Dinner time is done, and Ben's home from work, so he's just cleaning up downstairs, and I've come upstairs to finish the video. Something wrong with my eye. It feels like I've got something in it, but I haven't got anything in it, so I think I must have scratched it at some point. It's been really sore all day, and it's just really annoying now. So it's coming up to the end of term, and the 4 primary ones, so Toby, Eva, Toby, Leo and Erin, they've all brought home their schoolwork. So there's just mass loads of schoolwork sitting around the house now that I've got to sort out. And I'm terrible because I can't get rid of it, hence why we've got so much stuff. So I keep a lot of it and put it in their boxes for when they're in their memory boxes for when they're older, and they'll probably go through it and go, why did you keep this? But I just think it's lovely to look back on. I just wish we had a garage to keep it all in rather than in here. I'm in the process of changing all the boxes over because a lot of those boxes are broken, so I'm putting them into stronger boxes. And then hopefully once we get the garage cleared, now the roof has been done, I can go and stack some of them out there and get them out of the way a bit. But yeah, so the four younger ones brought home their school reports this week, and they're all so lovely. And do you know, one of the most important things to me is, I mean, I know, you know, reading, writing, academics, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, school is important. I know that. And I know we've said lots of things about schoolwork and problems we've had with schooling and everything else. And I've always said all along, you know, yes, school is important, or, you know, it's supposed to be important. You know, learning to read and write and all those sorts of things, and the basics, it's all important, but academics isn't everything, is it? You know, not every child is going to be academic, and not every child is going to be suited to the school system. And I've had this conversation many times before, you know, when we thought about homeschooling and all those sorts of things after COVID, and so many things changed, and I wasn't sure whether to send them back to school or anything like that. There's so much more to it than just academics. And there's so much more to growing up than just going to school to learn academic wise, and, you know, learning how to be a good person is just as important, I think. I might be rambling a little bit, but I know what I'm kind of trying to say. Like, the school system is suited to you. If, like Elizabeth is, you know, she's always been very, I'm going to keep saying academic, but she has been, always been very academic, always been, you know, near the top of her class and everything, and found learning, a lot of the time, found learning quite easy, but not all of them have, you know. So the experience that Elizabeth had, had, because she's going on to college, isn't the same experience of school that the other ones have had or are having. So, you know, if you were just to have sort of one child, you'd probably, and they were like Elizabeth, you probably wouldn't see the other side like we do. But, you know, school can be a difficult place for people that don't fit in, or find the work a struggle. And too much is placed, in my eyes, too much is placed on being good at subjects. And, you know, sometimes some of the things that the kids, like Charlotte struggles with maths, and they just tell her that she's not working hard enough, and it's like, that's not true at all. She just really and we've been over and over and over it with it with teachers, and you just, sometimes you don't feel like you're getting anywhere. But like I've said to her, it doesn't matter anyway, you know, it doesn't matter if you're not suddenly going to get good at a subject, you know, that you've really struggled with. You might just get through it, but it's not the be all and end all in life. Anyway, I kind of went off on a bit of a tangent there. I just wanted to say about the kids' school reports. So when they get reports like this, so Toby's is today. I've got Toby's. It says, Toby has been such a helpful and friendly member of our class this year. I've seen his self-confidence increase considerably since the beginning of the year, which has been lovely. He is always well-mannered and well-behaved. It's been so rewarding being Toby's teacher this year and seeing him come in every day with a smile on his face, being willing and ready to learn. Now, Toby really struggled with school for many years before COVID. I mean, he's P4 now. I used to take him into school every day screaming and crying, and had I known more about homeschooling, because I didn't really even think about it until COVID came along. So had I known more about that, I probably wouldn't have sent him to school. I probably would have taken him out, to be honest. But because I didn't really know any different, you know, we made him go into school, and many conversations with different teachers, but he just hated it. He hated going. He's very sensitive, Toby, and he just hated it for years. And like when we went back after COVID, but he had some great teachers along the way who really helped him, but he's trying to get him there in the mornings. And I knew that he'd be okay once he got there, and he was, but trying to get him there every day, and he would make up every excuse under the sun as to why he couldn't go to school. And it was just, I felt absolutely terrible sending him to school. So to get this year, he's gone back this year, and the start was a little bit rocky, but this last 6 months probably, he's really finally settled in. He's finally found his place. He's found his friends. He's found his confidence. So to get something like that from his teacher is just brilliant. It means more than anything else that he could do at school or whatever. Just knowing that he's finally enjoying school and he's settled in, and knowing that I know he's a pretty awesome human. We all know that, you know. I know how kind he can be, and I know how loving he is, and I know how sensitive he is. But you know, I know all of those things, but to be told by somebody else that is what they see in him as well, that means, it just means so much. And to know that he's finally found his place is that's really cool. It's really special. So that was Toby's. Eva had the same thing again, really. I mean, obviously I've got their whole reports, but I'm not going to read all of them. But Eva had things like how about she's gained confidence and all those sorts of things. Eva again had a little bit of a rocky year this year, because I mean, she's nearly 11. She's a 10-11-year-old girl. They change when they get to that age, and things are different for them. They're not, you know, little like they used to be, but they're not quite grown up like the teenagers. They're kind of stuck in that middle bit, and it can be quite hard. So, you know, knowing that Eva is a motivated member of the class who was always happy to help others academically and socially, her confidence has grown. She's got lots of things, like she puts in her, you know, 100% effort, and knowing that she's got confidence in class and speaking in front of others as well, you know, all those sorts of things, and how she's happy and she's well mannered, and those sorts of things are really important. And there was a point with Eva as well that I wasn't sure whether she was enjoying school, but you know, again, she's come up with a brilliant report as well. And then there's Leah and Erin, obviously their first reports. And so Erin's, again, they've got lots of bits and pieces about how they're getting on, you know, academically and everything. But Erin is a happy and well-liked member of Primary 1, and is polite to all members of our school community. She has really grown in confidence and independence throughout the year, which has been lovely to see. And then how she's made steady progress across all areas of curriculum with her hard working attitude. Well done, Erin. I've really enjoyed teaching you in primary one. That's really sweet. And Leah is a confident and friendly little girl who enjoys the company of both her peers and adults. She's a polite and well-liked member of the class. Again, Leah has made good progress in all areas of the curriculum. And it's been lovely to get to know you in primary one. So, you know, those sorts of comments, that well-mannered, polite, that's pretty awesome human beings, really. I think when you hear it from other people as well, you think, okay, I'm doing a good job. I'm doing all right. And we had a really lovely message on YouTube the other day as well about, you know, how lovely the kids are. And it means a lot, because as a parent, sometimes you don't know whether you're doing it. Well, actually, most of the time you don't know whether you're doing it right or wrong, to be honest. I think we're all just winging it most days. But some days, especially when you're like the other morning when we had a really bad morning, you're just trying to get them out the door and you just think, oh gosh, you know, I just want the summer holidays to come, or I don't want to get out of the routine for a little while. But when you hear things about how, you know your kids, I know the kids are awesome, you know, we love them to pieces, and I'm really, really proud of all of them. But sometimes you wonder, when you're not with them, you hope that they're just as, you know, that they use their manners and all those sorts of things when they're out. But to hear it from other people, you think, okay, I feel, you know, we're doing all right. They're and it's the little things, like how Eva helps her friends in class and how she always helps other people. Eva is very helpful, and she does help her friends. She helps the little ones. She's very sensitive as well. Actually, all the kids are quite sensitive. And I think maybe that's part of being a big family as well, in the fact that there's always, in our house, there's normally always a younger one to look out for. Because I notice when we're out and about as well with the kids, that if there's little ones playing in a park and we're in the park, the big ones will always be looking out for the little ones. You know, if there's a little one that's not ours running around, they'll always instinctively know that, you know, they've got to watch out for the little one and don't have to tell them. So I think that must come from being in a big family where there's always a little one to look out for. But they're just knowing that they're good, kind humans. That's enough for me, really. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. So tonight I look really tired in that light and not so bad in that light. Maybe I'll stick to this light. Me and Olivia are going shopping this evening to get some, as I was talking earlier about summer holiday sort of stuff, and how we sort of buy bits and pieces for the garden and that sort of stuff. So we are going to some shops this evening: Asda, Tesco's, B&M, maybe Home Bargains, just to pick up some bits for the garden for the summer. Probably not going to buy some of the stuff that I normally buy, like the bats and balls, because they just get broken and lost. But the kids really want, I'm saying that, a bat and ball, I mean like the, you know, the single ones that you throw away, because they really want a swing ball, which is kind of different, isn't it? It is a bat and a ball, obviously, but slightly different. Anyway, we've got about 1,000 water pistols, so I'm not buying any more of those. But yeah, we're just going to go and grab some bits for the garden. Like Joseph had a really cute little golf set, but it got broken last year and we've only got one golf club left. So I'm going to buy a couple of those and some other bits and pieces that they can play with in the garden. So that's what we're up to tonight. But I will do a haul of what we get and what we've bought for the garden for the summer. So yeah, it's just a bit of a mismatch video this evening, a bit of a today, just a bit of a catch up, bit of a what are we doing, bit of a day in the life, kind of a bit of all of it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and don't forget to drop us a like and hit the bell for notifications, and we will see you in the next video. Bye guys.